Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go through our weekly market outlook video that we do every Monday, record on Sunday night and put it out Monday morning. Just kind of talking about what is coming out here in the next week of FIFA, how we can prepare for that, how we can invest for that, and possibly make some coins from possible events that are upcoming in the next week. So first of all, what I want to talk about is the weekend league sell-off that happened today. I'm looking at a few cards right now. Actually, if we go back and check out my transfer list, I picked up a few cards tonight. I picked up some on bid. Been flipping some icons, Petit, Socrates. I sold the Richarlison I had in the club, and a couple other icons. I picked up this UCLI Fabinho tonight for $317 on bid. That was a nice one. He's still going for about 320 to 330K. But that card has definitely dropped in price a little bit, and I think that he could rise going into the next weekend league. And I bought a lot of informs today as well, and a lot of these are SBC investments. I don't know what kind of SBCs we could get this week. If we do get an icon SBC, the possibility of some of these discard informs rising is very good. But I picked up a lot of these cards with footness in mind, even though we don't know what footness is going to be yet. We're not guaranteed to have a similar footness as we have in years past, but I wanted to pick up a few informs and get my discard inform train rolling. I know it's a very safe investment, and these informs as well, the Lang and the Baganda, I view those as great player of the month investments for the Bundesliga. Baganda being a Belgian inform, possible requirement for if, let's say, Thorgan Hazard ends up winning over Royce, which maybe isn't as likely, but I think he's a great nation to buy into for a discard inform. That's why I picked him up. Got a Van Dijk, the blue card here on open bid for 210, which was a good deal because this card hit about 260K the last weekend for the weekend league, and then some Fabinhos and some 9 goals. That's my transfer list in a nutshell right there. But looking ahead into this next week, we haven't had the icon SBCs yet that everybody has been wanting. Everybody has been wanting the baby icon SBC or the just another icon set 4, and there's a lot of talk about that possibly coming this week since it didn't come out last week, and there's just a lot of talk about a lot of things that could come out this week, and it makes sense. The icon SBC would be the biggest thing that I could see coming this week. That would be a big game changer. That would actually draw some hype into the situation of FIFA right now, because at the moment I don't really know what else there is going to be to do this week, what we could invest for, and the market is very high. So when there's nothing to do on the market and people have coins and the market's high, well, people go out and they spend more coins on players. They buy players, they try them out, or they kind of leave the game. So it's a combination of those two things. If we don't get a lot of content this week, which I'm not entirely sure what we will get, maybe a league SBC. We still have a few of those that we haven't gotten yet. Maybe some foot swap SBCs. That's what EA will kind of provide as our content for the week. So it could be kind of a low-key week on FIFA, especially if we don't get any icon SBCs, which sadly enough to say, I would venture to say is kind of likely. So we'll just we'll monitor that situation as it comes up. We'll be watching to see if icons do come out, what is affected by that, if there are any last minute gold investments that we can get in on or make some profit on those cards, because I think high rated golds are still relatively cheap, just because they have not been required for anything. We could get another flashback card this week, just because we've been getting a lot of those recently. So it seems like they've wanted to put out more flashback cards than they have the icon SBCs, and maybe they're doing that because they realize that, yo, we're seeing that all these people are actually doing the flashback SBCs and not as many people do the icon SBCs. Well, we as the consumers know why we're not doing the icon SBCs when it costs us 700,000 coins to just complete one portion of the SBC turning in a baby icon. So we're gonna have to watch that. We're gonna have to see if we notice anything big coming this week, and if there's any ways to possibly invest for that. So I'll be staying tuned into that as well. But other than that, I think we're just gonna get some foot swaps this week. The new foot swap players actually did come out today, and they're actually pretty solid. I think it's the, other than, you know, we have this Lasagna card, Lasagna, I don't know how to say his name, looks like a sweaty player, great striker, good finishing and pace. last week or last month we had some decent cards in Foot Swap. This month I think they stepped up their game a little bit. We don't have a flashback, but we have some pretty solid players. Now I want to talk about this Kurzawa card because I think a lot of people are going to shoot for this card, and I'm going to say don't go after it that intently. I know it is a green link. Actually, it's a perfect link to the UCL Live Kimpembe. That's going to look very nice to that card in game. The work rates for this card are high-low, so it's not the most desirable, although it does have good stats. He could be possibly maybe a good center midfielder, super sub. That's just going to be up to people to see, but I don't know if it's worth wasting 9 Foot Swap items and spending time to get 9 Foot Swap items on that card. I think I'm probably just going to get this Lerma card, and then whatever items I have left I'll put into one of these packs back here. Maybe I'll get Lasagna too. I'll get Lasagna and I'll get Lerma. And the reason why I usually tend to lean towards these like actual player cards is that that's an 84 rated card that if you just play a few games through the week, do the weekly objective, and take the free Foot Swap items they give you, you could get a couple 84 rated untradables to use inside your club. So that's how I view those. But again, this week it almost just looks like it's going to be kind of a dead week. Hopefully EA does something to spice it up. Maybe they give us some insight into what they're going to be doing for a Footmas promotion, and we can talk about that here in a little bit as well. But other than that, maybe Icon SBC, some Foot Swap SBCs, and maybe a flashback. That's just kind of me brainstorming what could be happening this week. So I want to touch on one other thing. When there is not a ton of things to do in Ultimate Team, people are more enticed, and it gives them more of a reason to invest and to try out the new Team of the Week players. So guys like Balde Dia, who is he's a very cheap super sub, and he's got, again, I talked about this, he got a very high review from Marshall89 HD. He dropped a video today reviewing this Balde Dia card, and he said, I think he gave it like an 8.2 out of 10 rating, and he gave it like 5 or no, he goes on a 10 out of 10 stars, and he gave it like 10-star rating in a couple different areas. He said this card is a very good card, super sub. It's OP and it's cheap, so I think this card has the potential to hit 35k because he is Inter. I mean, he links to 9 he links to Icardi, and you already saw Icardi's inform went up a lot this past week because it does link to this card. So I'm going to be looking for past Team of the Week investments. That's something that I think we're going to be able to focus on and possibly make some coinage from this week. You know, you got guys in Team of the Week projections like Timo Werner scored 2 goals. The Team of the Week isn't really looking that good at the moment, at least from the games that were played this weekend. Timo Werner could get an inform. He did score 2 goals, but for a 3rd inform, I don't think that's enough. So if we see any panic on the 85 or the 86 rated cards, that's going to be an opportunity for us to buy into that one. So we'll have to kind of play that one by ear. If we do see some panic, we'll look and see how much panic there is once he maybe starts making it into some Team of the Week predictions. And yeah, I mean, we could be doing some link investing throughout this Team of the Week before Thursday especially. I want to really put a big emphasis this week on Thursday. If the market stays high and there are still things that are kind of low, whether they be icons, whether they be past Team of the Week informs, or informs that link to new Team of the Week cards, like let's say Werner does end up getting an inform, maybe we do look at the inform Royce, who maybe is inflated a little bit for his Player of the Month card. That could be something that we look at to possibly invest in, or we maybe look at somebody like Goretzka, who has a nice center midfield card. I'm trying to think of German Bundesliga players right now that would get a nice link to those guys, or an informed Gnabry, something like that. That could be coming this week, of course, but this card would be a link to Werner and to Gnabry. So this is something that we could be watching this week if he gets down. Whoa. I'm going to buy that one right there because that is cheap. He's usually about 60,000 coins. So I'm going to take that Goretzka right there and make sure that I didn't overpay for it, first of all. Make sure that I'm not going insane. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I saw this earlier for about 60k. So Goretzka, yeah, 60,000 coins, 52k. That was a very nice buy. We're going to send him to the transfer list, and hopefully we do end up getting a Serge Gnabry inform this week. That'd be a great link investment for that card. So just things like that that we will see this week will kind of be our things to do to make coins with Team of the Week cards. And Thursday's a big day for the squad battle, or excuse me, for the Weekend League rewards flipping time period. Again, last week we saw prices jump up, and a lot of prices moved up throughout the day on Thursday into Friday. Definitely could see that same thing happening again this week. People have a lot of coins, and if we don't get an icon SBC this week, we're not going to see any panic, we're not going to see any selling, and people are still going to have all of those coins. So again, it just kind of looks like it's going to be a average or so week. I mean, hopefully we get some information on Futmas, and if for some reason the player of the month voting comes out on Monday, the day when this video goes live, which is not usually what happens, but if it does, we'll have to watch that situation, and player of the month could end up coming on this Friday, but I think it actually is going to be next Friday, so a week from this coming Friday, which is maybe a little different than I had originally pointed out. I think I originally said that it was going to be coming out this coming Friday, so that's just something to watch. Somebody got a nice deal on this Hullet right there, 1.32. So again, make sure that you're a little bit liquid, but this is a time to invest and make coins either, because we're kind of in an unstable stage right now. I heard somebody say this the other day. I heard that somebody worded it like this. They said the market is kind of a bubble that is ready to be burst, and that is a very, very good way and a very true way to, you know, characterize the market right now. It's very high. People have a lot of coins, and it's just ready for EA to drop an SBC, to drop some type of content that would make people sell, that would make people want to have coins ready to spend on SBCs, to open packs, or a combination of other things. So Futmas could definitely do that. So I think this week right here might be one of our last really high weeks before people start to realize there's probably going to be something coming for Futmas, so they start to sell off their mega teams with all the coins that they have. That'll be something to watch as well. Hopefully we get some content this week. I'll be covering it if we do get it. Hopefully we get some icon SBCs that everybody has been wanting to get for so long. Hopefully we get some good icons as well, because I think a lot of people would be interested in doing those SBCs. If you enjoyed this video, smash a like and comment down below if you made any investments on this Sunday night selling. Who'd you get, and why'd you get them? I always love to know what you guys are investing in and how I'm helping you guys make some coins. It's been Nate, the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.